with that, with you here, thank you. You've arrived. You made it. Just in time for the next run. Coming up next, Resident Evil 6 New Game Plus was unlocked through the incentives, and we're going to join them now right after this.
Thank you for calling the offices of Dayman. Please listen closely as our menu options have recently changed. For a directory of services, press 0 or choose from one of the following menu options. For Third Strike, press 1. For Street Fighter 6, press 2. For Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, press 3. For Super Mario RPG randomizers, please press 4. For Extreme G or XGRA content, please press 5. For all other options, please press 0 or stay on the line and someone from our staff will be with you shortly. Interested in more Dayman content? You can check out his stream at twitch.tv/DaymanAha or twitch.tv/DaymanAAA.
बहुत अच्छा लगता कि मेरी बेटी पहले से कमज़ोर थी, अभी नॉर्मल में वो ये खेलती है, बोलती है, चलती है।
وين مرتا وين تمرق مرارة بدو يقاجي داون
والعظم يعني الناس كامل يعني يقولوا لي مش تعيش البنت يزنوا يعملوا كل شيء الحمد لله.
Save the Children, you're here with us now. Speed Docs is annual speed fundraiser for them. And we are starting some more. We're continuing our Resident Evil block with Resident Evil 6, and deserteagle417 is back on Speed Docs-a-thon for us. How are you?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I'm just going to fill in here while Deagle takes the reins and showcases Resident Evil 6 for us with incentive of NG Plus unlocked thanks to the donations to Save the Children. And actually, I hate to, before you even get to introduce yourself, we already have a donation.
Oh, wonderful.
Mancunian Nightmare from the last run wrote, first time surviving the run, first time at SDAT, coincidence? I think not. Good luck to everyone involved, and that was for $10. So thank you so much. And if you want to introduce yourself and get started, you're more than welcome.
So I'm deserteagle417, or just Deagle. I run all sorts of stuff. Lots of Resident Evils. In fact, most of them I have run to at least some capacity. And over the years, RE6, despite its reputation, has really grown to become one of my favorite games to run out of just the RE series and kind of just in general. It's a really fun game. And if you've never played it, I definitely encourage you to try it out. we're not going to talk about the 6 and what may or may not be being done with a giraffe. But yeah, so we're going to be doing New Game Plus Ada, which is probably my main category in this game. So part of New Game Plus is I get to have any skill set I want. I have all my weapons from the start. So I have a bunch of skill sets here for various things throughout the run. We're going to be starting off with this one, which gives me infinite assault rifle, a powered up weapon, any weapon I want powered up, and breakout, which makes QTs go faster. Anyway, so probably best to just go ahead and get into this.
Sure, and I can count down, or you can, and now what you said makes sense. I see what you mean. You have like your weapons and you're ready, you know?
Yep. Right, so yeah, let's go ahead and do a countdown here. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's power them up in the chat, y'all. Exactly, Mancunian said knock it out of the park, Deagle.
Oh, thank you. Do you, oh, this is what I get for looking at chat and just trying to autopilot already. Do you go by Mancunian now, or do you use your previous name at all still, since that's what I'm used to calling you? Just want to know, should I change it up?
I'm sure they'll answer you after they're done powering you up for this run.
So, yeah. So Ada's campaign is meant to, it was actually originally designed solo only. The other 3 characters were co-op possible, but Ada was the only solo. Get out of my way. All right. This guy's just, that guy's always in the way. Either, okay, cool. I just didn't want to say the other one and
Sure.
you don't use it anymore. But yeah, so Ada's was a solo campaign, and you actually originally had to unlock Ada by completing the other 3 campaigns. But her campaign is more stealthy, Ada being the spy she is. Right, so here we're just going to roll around in the vent. That's faster than crawling forward. And we're going to see our first piece of tech already.
It's locked. This is going to
coming
require
up here.
a little effort, I assume.
So there's a slot machine puzzle here we have to solve. I throw that grenade against the wall to skip the cutscene that would have played there. And I'm going to do it again, and we're just going to hope we get this right. I forgot to actually read. All right, let's go for snake, because that was what that one was. Bird, bird, fish, snake. No. It's fish. I should have went fish. What, is it snake? Oh, that second part's not snake. This part, the snake and the fish picture look like really similar. That's
it's one of those visual, like, tricky things, huh?
Yep. All right, it wasn't snake either. All right, so we'll actually watch the cutscene like we're supposed to this time. Obviously, what you normally do here... Hey, it's bird. Okay. That is the worst option from snake, because I have to turn everything 3 times now. But yeah, so what you do here in runs is you look at what's on the slot machine already, and whatever there's the most of, you just hope it's that. And if you don't get it, you reset. Unless you don't care about losing like a minute.
Sure.
So for marathon purposes, you know, we try and get it right away. We don't get it almost certainly, and we just move on. I'm shooting that there to skip a cutscene. It actually kills an enemy that would be in this hallway as well.
Authorization.
And now we're coming up to a really long waiting period.
My prince.
this cutscene started. And what I'm actually about to do is blow myself up. Oh no, I'm dying. Dang it.
Jake Mueller has been located in the
Really unfortunate to have already been in dying, you know?
mission is to find out if his body
I
has
mean-
antibodies to the C virus.
So this is
To be
part of a strat that's basically been commonplace in Resident Evil since RE4 came out,
sent into
and that is DA manipulation.
your
So
to ensure
there's
the country of
DA levels in RE6. Your DA value is measured in, it's a 4-digit number, or I think it goes up to 5 digits on the highest difficulty.
That can't.
But each 1,000 is like
Those orders.
0 to 999 is level 0. 1,000 to 1,999 is level 1. And the higher your DA rank goes, the essentially things hit harder, enemies are more difficult, and so we lower it by taking damage. It goes down each time we lose a full square of our health there, or if we go into dying, which is why I immediately put myself into dying,
No time.
because that massively lowers your DA. I'm at DA value, well now it's 80 because I think I kicked someone. But yeah. So we'll be trying to avoid killing things as much as we can anyway, to keep that value low and keep bosses dying quickly.
This mysterious order. Maybe he's trying to.
And pausing during the dialogue here skips it. And so we'll be doing that quite a bit. I actually forgot to do it back in that projector room, but that's okay. It gave me more time to talk about what we're doing.
Sure, and get warmed up, yeah.
So nothing too fancy going on here. We're just running along. Pretty soon, more interesting stuff will happen. We'll actually have to, there's some stagger cancels we'll be able to do, so we don't have to stumble around for a bit.
Think about where you are.
Don't grab me, thank you. That guy on the right loves to grab me.
I love that you thanked him.
He played nice today.
Yeah, you definitely have a relationship with this person. Please don't.
Right, so that bit with the ship shake, or the submarine that we're on there shaking, that's that was one of the stagger cancels. That's why I slid. If I don't slide, we'll stumble around a bit. There's another one coming up on this bridge up here. But in the cutscene we skipped there, we shot the dude and he ended up spreading machine gun fire everywhere and igniting some explosive barrels. So yeah, here we are. I'm kind of glad you all gave me New Game Plus. I've been on a New Game kick with Ada lately.
Oh, what great timing.
Yeah, so it gives me something different to do. Oh, I missed it. Okay, see, that's the stagger that we try to skip. I have a bad habit of pressing it like right on the frame that the stagger starts.
Kind of like you're anticipating it, huh?
Yep. Like, we know where they all are. They're all at set points. Just, you know.
For whatever reason, right?
Yep. So here, we're gonna roll up this, because again, rolling or... Yeah, okay, it's being a bit funny here. Rolling or backsliding are both faster than... so like, this here. Those are both faster than crawling forward.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine, like, in real life? Like, that's your method.
So much for the.
right? Rolling around.
Only way to go is up.
Yeah, only way to go is up. Oh. So now we're going to be fleeing the water.
Should be up ahead.
There's always a water level.
Right? Nope. Up the ladder, Ada. So these ladders can sometimes be a bit finicky to actually hit the trigger for, which is really funny because RE6 is notorious for magnetic triggers. It loves just magnetizing you to ladders that you don't want to climb. So I find that especially ironic here.
Right.
So this is a little shortcut that gets us back here to this valve that we need to turn a bit faster. And you'll often see me like slide into a ledge and drop or roll like I just did there. And that's because it drops a little bit faster.
So there's lots of optimization here that we can't even see that you're constantly doing.
Yep. Poor rat. There was a stagger cancel there. That one we don't see a screen shake for unless you actually get hit by it. So it's easy to look like I just slid for no reason. Yeah. Just more running away from water. Frame rate's gonna tank a little bit here. It always does. Just a lot going on. And the game just doesn't like that spot. Okay. Now that's all done.
I'm sure the water doesn't help too for that.
Yeah, water and fire are like just terrible for frame rates. So here's another instance of rolling.
It's gonna take more than a handprint to operate this.
So we're actually going to ignore that machine for now because we have to give it power.
Yep. Still gross.
I use the PDA, which is kind of like your waypoint marker, or like your hey, go this way. But it also turns my camera when I can't sometimes, and I just, I don't know, I really enjoy using it to just face me in the right direction.
Sure.
Because it not only turns the camera, it also turns Ada. Though we don't need to do it there.
The sub is done for.
That was another stagger cancel. And now we're going to come down here. There's another one here. They're just all over the place on this sub.
Yeah, I see that.
And I tell you, it is one thing that's really nice about doing this New Game Plus versus New Game is it is actually ideal in the spot coming up to be able to kill one of those bug enemies. And here,
Power's back.
we don't want to kill anything.
Right, like you were saying earlier with the DA, the DA numbers.
Yep.
Identify yourself.
So this is going to be a mix of trying not to get grabbed, skipping the dialogue, and responding to the prompts as soon as we can. Which are all on different ends of the controller, so
Ms. Wong,
we'll do our best here.
you performed experiments on Houston. You were following Simmons' orders, but it was your choice to
And getting hit is fine. In fact, it's even good. That's what we don't want.
Interesting story.
because it stops me from respawning. But getting hit is desirable, because ideally we can lower our DA a little bit from what we had to do earlier. But this guy keeps grabbing me. It's getting annoying. Okay, good. That guy hit me and stopped me from getting grabbed, which was nice.
In its own way, right?
Not number
Yeah.
one, but it would make Simmons squirm.
I want this machine gun dude to do a more consistent firing on me, though. Because, okay, there we go. We actually lost some health now. Next, again, we have to lose a full cube of health in order to actually lower DA. So, if he hits you with the entire machine gun magazine that he does, then you'll lose a full cube. But if he misses a oh my god, right on the prompt. Of course. Alright, so we're just about done here. DA's still pretty low, so... Oh, hey, it's... Oh, we didn't quite lose that cube. That was so close.
Releasing locks now.
Oh, come on, come on. Okay. Alright, that's chapter 1.
Chapter 1, guys. Power it up. Letting you know, if you're just coming in, we're watching Deagle play some Resident Evil 6. That's deserteagle417 on Twitch. Doing New Game Plus was unlocked through incentives. If you want to donate toward other incentives or toward our vegetable poll or anything else we have going on, that Tiltify link, I'm going to click the chat and it'll be there for you to click on. But look at that, hang out, and have a good time with us.
So, we're going to be using grenades for a couple things here to kill some guys a little bit faster, a little bit earlier, I guess I should say, and then to knock a bridge down for us, so I don't have to aim.
This looks like it might come in handy.
Very carefully, anyway. This... Oh, it was a touch early, wasn't it? Yep, okay. I usually throw a fire grenade there, but recently I learned from another runner who's done almost the entirety of the routing for this game, Solus Persona. They let me know that it's actually faster to just aim up and shoot with a grenade launcher there. Flame grenade, please. So another skip here.
This is going to need something particular.
It's a small cutscene that it skips, but you know, all those little optimizations add up. Head on down to the crypts, because we need to get the other 2 pieces to open that door. Here. I did not reload my grenade launcher.
That's the same color as the chest I
I'm
just...
just getting the grenades set up for what I want to do here. And what I'm going to try to do here anyway. So here we have to push the switch. And then what we're supposed to do is shoot this dead body down. Oops. Yeah. I misaimed that. But that's fine. I was supposed to slide into that zombie to essentially make him a place for the grenade to bounce off of.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But I forgot about that because we don't do that in New Game, and like I said, I've been on New Game for a bit lately.
That's what you were telling me before we were starting when we were still setting up. If you wanted to talk about that for a minute.
And new
Just
game
like-
there, you
yeah.
just are. So new game, like you start fresh, no skill points, no. You don't have the full range of weapons. Get up, sir. Really? Okay. I've never seen that work. That might be too far. Okay, good. So throwing that grenade there gets us out of that forced waiting cutscene, so we can go stand closer to the door.
We are aggressive,
So here-
but we are respectful.
Yep.
The way you said "sir" to him.
All right. So here's a potential skip we can get. What we're supposed to do, and this is what we do in New Game, is we try to pin them to the wall with our crossbow. But we can also do that and just use a grenade to blast them all off of the floor there. And the deal here is if they're standing at all on the majority of that floor, the floor will collapse because it's too much weight on the floor. So that's why we normally have to pin them to the wall. But yeah, it turns out to be a bit of a band around the back wall there that if they're standing on that, then their weight doesn't apply to them. Yo, Big John, how's it going? Let's go check out a creepy skull here.
Want to play, huh? All right. Ready or not, here I come. Now, who's first?
So here, this is a kill 'em all room. Hopefully we're gonna see a dude with some dynamite climb up the box to the left here. You die, and there we go. That explosion takes care of the rest of the enemies.
Fantastic. Big John's in the chat. They said Deagle.
Yep. Yeah. What's up? Hopefully it came through. Oh, use. Alright, so sometimes that happens. Long, narrow hallway, lots of enemies. But this is why I have lots of flame grenades. This, everything should be dead. How are you alive? Get flame grenaded. Okay. Anyway, so now on to the last of these hallways. This one we don't need to kill any of these dudes. I'm just gonna blow this guy up. Right.
One down.
And then roll to pick up that item. You'll see me slide or roll into item pickups a lot because that will skip a pickup animation. Sometimes I don't bother doing it because there's some forced waiting around anyway. But you'll see me do that quite a lot. Alright. Let's hope this part decides to play nice. Okay. So I'm gonna use my dashes forward. Oops. Oh, that's spooky. Please. Okay. They're spinning blades of death. And we may be... okay, we're just gonna take a restart here. We were about to die.
No worries. You do what you gotta do.
That acid spit really sucks when that happens. Oh, why is it spinning me like that? Okay, we should get hit, and then we should be able to continue crawling. Fine. There. Alright, let's hope the big dude here isn't blocking. Okay, cool. Okay, real big dude? Those are called walkers? Oh, I thought he was dead. Come on. Yeah, so you have Whoppers. Actually, sorry, that one I think is a Whopper Supreme. There's a slightly smaller one that still has a shirt on. That's the Whopper.
He's got all the condiments and everything else, huh?
Oh yeah.
You're a twisted man, Simmons. As twisted as they come.
Awesome. You make it look so smooth. Well, thank you. If you're just joining us, everybody, this is Speed Docs 2023. You're on weekend 2, day 4, and we're standing around enjoying an amazing showcase of Resident Evil 6 No Game Plus with Desert Eagle 417, aka Deagle.
I have a habit of turning the wrong way there a lot. Yeah, I haven't had Burger King in a long time either.
So speaking with vegetables, we do have that poll going on. And last I saw, actually, it was green beans in the win.
Was this for best vegetable?
It says, what is the worst vegetable? And green beans is winning over Brussels sprouts, and I just don't get it.
See, I like both of those, though.
Oh my god!
I don't want either of those to win. Or lose. I don't know what we would say there.
So if you have a very strong opinion about what the worst vegetable is, because it's not lettuce, Quill, make sure you go in onto that donate link for Tiltify. Check out the polls. We've got other incentives, like we unlocked NG Plus here, and you can check out the other runs too as we come in.
What are those crunchy potato-like things that often are in stir fries? Those things are pretty terrible.
Oh, you're talking about water chestnuts.
Yes.
Deborah, I love those.
Those are
I love getting a bite of those.
I hate those.
I love how you could describe it and I knew exactly what you're talking. Wait a minute.
So, RE6 has lots of crossover parts between the different campaigns you can play. Oh, thanks, Helena. That was actually helpful. So, what I was going to say is when we do have crossover, the AI partners love to be very aggressive and shoot everything. So we often find ourselves in pretty much any run of RE6, co-op, solo, new game plus, doesn't matter. Killing stuff so that the AI doesn't take 100 years and fight them themselves with the worst choice of weapon. Right, so we're gonna wait for her to feel herself up and give her a grenade. This is the most irritating part of an Ada run, especially new game. This boss is full of a bunch of RNG on how much she's going to jump around. Yep, this is bad. We want her to expose her weak point already. So now she's doing all this nonsense. Right. Oh, crap. Okay, that's one. I keep pressing the right stick too hard, and so changing the side I'm aiming with. Okay. At least we managed to get all of them in one cycle without her jumping back up, jumping all around. For being a bad fight, it was good.
You started with negative words and you turned it right around. That's what I was thinking too, so you're fine.
Right, so we're going to blow ourselves up again. Come on, Helena. Little help here. I know I blew you up too, but you're fine.
Walk it off.
Yeah. Right, so we're gonna heal just a little bit, and then blow ourselves up again. And now we're back. Oh, we're almost on 0 DA. But it's fine if we're not here, because we're going to get forced into having some more DA raising kills soon. The worst part is we don't even actively participate in those killings of enemies. It's just the minecart running them over, and we get punished for those deaths.
Oh, okay. So purely coincidental.
Yep. Right, so I am going to toss a fire grenade at these guys. Otherwise, Leon's going to... We're waiting on Leon here. And if I don't kill him, Leon will. And he takes forever. Oh, hey, he didn't actually... It's probably because that guy wasn't standing up yet. Off we go.
Let's hope this is a non-stop ride out here.
So, this is everyone's favorite thing in a speedrun. This is essentially just a big auto-scroller. I don't know about you guys, but that's my favorite thing in speedruns.
It's a morale event, like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, middle of the beginning, really. We're still in chapter 2.
Yep. Still chapter 2. So Deborah's back here. Deborah is actually Helena's sister. So there's a whole part to the story here. On Leon's end, there's a bioterror attack at a university at which the president is speaking. Could you stop doing that move, please? Do the other one. Thank you. I actually want her to hit me here because she's better at lowering my DA. And they shot her. Okay. Anyway, and the way that happened is it was actually enabled by Helena here. And the guy who's responsible for it got her to do it by taking her sister captive. And it turns out he also did some pretty sketchy experiments on her sister. Mm-hmm. Actually, we'll just use AR. Alright. Yeah, so that's why we're fighting Helena's sister here. Because despite promising not to do anything, of course he did it anyway, because he's a madman.
Yeah, I agree with Cece. Ada's gonna have a headache after this.
Right? Between smashing into barriers, blowing ourselves up, which we're actually about to do right now. Okay. This is fine. Chapter 2's still not over. What? Oh. And that's the end of Deborah.
That was my favorite line when they were like, just stop it, Deborah. Like, she has any control over not being the boss.
Right? So you'll see this text pop up a couple times about input device changed. That's because the F1 through 8 keys can hot swap the skills, so I don't have to go into the menu to do it, like you would on console.
To ask that. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll see that happen every now and again. And of course, since I play on controller, when it does happen, it switches back to keyboard and then... Oh,
right.
Please don't be there. Oh, good. Move! That's not what you want to see, that dude being in the way. The optimal strat here is actually kind of hard. You want to get the big dude to bust down the wall he just did, but while you're still on the other side of it.
Yeah, but that guy was just hanging out inside where you were trying to slide through, huh?
Yep. Well, as if that wasn't bad enough, we got some of these dudes charging at us. I bounced off the wall. Right. New game, we would go in there and get that chest. Has a bunch of skill points. Because we... Jeez. Alright, that's all my fault. I didn't stay on the left edge like I was supposed to. Once again, this is what happens when you talk and just try to run on autopilot while talking.
No worries, yeah. I don't want to distract you either, or interrupt, or surprise you. And I'm awesome. Honestly, you're making this look so smooth and simple and easy too. But as you describe the strats, I'm starting to see it a little bit. But I hadn't seen them because we just did Resident Evil 3. It's just so different now, so it's cool to see.
So there's a few cocoons here we want to blow up. And these explosive arrows are the fastest way to do it. If you don't shoot between its legs. But there's 5 of these we want to blow up. This is number 4. And we want to blow these up because if we just try to run forward, those hard-shelled dudes that tackled me twice, they start coming out of each of those 5. But if we blow them up ahead of time, then that never happens and we can just run through. Right. And that's finally chapter 2.
If you're just joining us, we're starting chapter 3 of Resident Evil 6. We're at our annual fundraiser with Speed Doxathon for Save the Children, and all your donations are going toward them right now through the Tiltify link in the chat, and you can go toward any other incentives or polls. We've been talking about vegetables all day long, and keep having a good old time with us right here on Speed Docs.
Thinking of the poll last weekend, I'm sad that Gnocchi didn't win.
I was on the Noki side too. I'm so glad to hear that. We're friends now.
Especially because CJ seems so disappointed to have that be the official position of Speed Dogs.
Because it was Fettuccine that won. But then they were like, well, you know, gnocchi's actually made out of potato. Is it really a pasta? It doesn't matter. It was in the poll.
Yep.
I was Team Gnocchi too. I'm so glad to hear that. Maybe that's why I remembered your name specifically, because you must have said something positive about Gnocchi, and I was like, that guy's good, people.
Might be.
But yeah, this weekend is vegetables, and apparently lettuce is up there with green beans. Personally, I really hate the Brussels sprouts, but if you want your 2 cents in, you gotta put the 2 cents into Tiltify on that poll, and you'll help us out with the official Speed Dogs worst vegetable for the till 2024 at least.
Get back on the correct gun here. It's hard to avoid those things. There's lots of stuff to jump over there, and they're just all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Try to avoid it, but... So here, there's a dude with a chainsaw for an arm down there. And we gotta avoid him. And this is actually fairly tight. You can't really dawdle around too much here. You will get killed, and it is a very, very long death cutscene. You do not want that. Like, you can absolutely feel free to continue after a death in the run. But there's certain deaths that are almost immediately to the "you died" screen, and then there's deaths like this one, which are pretty graphic and long.
For cinematic effect.
Yeah. All right. So I think I mentioned earlier this game has magnetic triggers on ladders and boxes and stuff. This is by far the worst area for that. Okay, he's dead. So you may or may not have noticed the skill set I had on there no longer had an aiming reticle. And that's because there are 3 types of skills that can power up your attack. And we used all 3. The first one is just a general purpose firearm 3, which applies to anything. and that's 50% boost to your damage. And then there's the various mastery skills, so like handgun master, assault rifle master, sniper master, all that. And that's a 50% damage boost for that weapon type. And then there's a third 50% boost, which is called Shooting Wild. So named because it takes off your reticle and you just are shooting wild.
Sure, yeah, like what did he call it? Hipfire.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we use that on bosses because, well, 3 50% damage boosts does quite a bit, as it turns out.
Enough that it's in this, like, the norm of what you guys do with it then, huh?
So here you can see aiming without a reticle. Well, it does come back in some places, though. Oh. So this fight progresses when we get that cutscene. Doesn't matter really if you miss those QTs. Alright, and then that dialogue means the fight's over.
That was so quick, too. Like, overall, that whole fight was maybe less than 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the world of Shooting Wild on top of 2 other boosts.
I couldn't really tell which of your shots were registering, but it was obviously working.
Right? And yeah. Get wrecked.
Almost there.
So I'm playing on 120 FPS. And some quirks of it is that some events happen faster than they're supposed to. There's supposed to be dialogue up here, but yeah, just skipped it entirely. So that is something I'm not actually 100% sure of. Well, I'm assuming multiplicative.
I'm glad you saw that. I wasn't sure how to ask you.
I suppose I should return the kindness their parents showed to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Good time as any.
Because that just means, like, is it, 150% boost overall, or is it, like, compounded? And I believe it's compounded. So, like, you do the first 50, then another 50, then another. Not 100% sure. And I don't think anyone's ever actually, like, looked for the damage, or sorry, the attack strength value in the game. So I don't think we've ever, like, explicitly seen it. It is possible to do Shooting Wild here as well, but this one's a little further. Stop shooting at things.
Why is it that nothing stays dead anymore?
Since this one's a little further and Shooting Wild's hard to aim with, I'm just not going to use it. Toss a grenade down there. There we go.
I hope that's the last I have to see of him.
Right. Then what we're actually going to do here... Oh, there's another dude. They won't go forward until everything's dead, which is, as usual, irritating. Let's see. This one. Right. What we're going to do here is shoot at him with this in hopes that he gets on that wheel faster. Please get up, sir. All right, cool. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Because sometimes he just stands there and doesn't do anything, and it's just like, dude, please do the thing. Because if he's not driving it, they'll crash 2 times along the way. And it just wastes time.
Someone's coming back for more.
Thankfully, we got him to actually go on it. That's a common frustration when you're going for like PB or something. And this is again both new game plus, doesn't matter. Oh, I know why this isn't doing enough damage. I am on okay, that's better. We gotta deal with this guy. Chainsaw dude's back here. Whenever you'd like to jump up.
Ugh, these things are so hard.
Oh, hey. I've never seen him fly all the way over there. There we go.
I think we've all had enough of you.
Yeah, for the DA manips here, I don't want to do the full-on
Hope that's all she wrote.
Going into dying. So actually, I might do one here. I think here it's actually fine. Because we have some time to kill. Because they have to come forward. And plus we have that cutscene that takes us out of it.
Poor little Sherry. Now the monsters love to chase you.
But that was just a waiting period. And now he's dead. For real this time.
For real this time, yeah.
And I'm not going to bother healing because this is the end of Chapter 3. And we'll have full health in Chapter 4.
Fantastic. And if you're just joining us or if you've just come in, especially thank you to volunteers, lurkers, everybody, but if you're just coming in, you're watching Resident Evil 6 with deserteagle417, and we're doing New Game Plus from an incentive you guys unlock through your donations. So if you have incentives that you'd like to open up for others in other games, please do so. Our last donation was from Lexi, leave it to Lexi, for $30. Good luck to all the runners this weekend, and cheers to another fun SDAT. We're already talking about SDAT 2024 here earlier, but thank you for being here for SDAT 2023 right here and now.
Yeah. And thank you all for getting us over 2,500 already. It's always great to see.
We're at $2,567 for Save the Children now. Thank you so much for your donations, and make sure you go to Tiltify to put in your 2 cents on those polls and incentives.
Without 3 passcodes.
So the deal here is we have to go get 3 keys or passcodes to get in that door, and they're on enemies. One of them is that dude, so we're just going to shoot him and just leave him there. We'll come back for that one. Next one's gonna be through here. Next one's in this room. We're going to shoot this guy with a grenade so he explodes instantly. Because otherwise he has to go through his whole dying animation before you can actually go forward there and get the try to pick up the item. Have some fire.
We already had water. We need fire now.
Yep.
Let's see how you handle fire.
Yeah, let's see how you handle fire. Have some fire. Alright, I only have 2 hand grenades, huh? I don't know if you can see that red square through the fire there. But I was throwing grenades at it, hoping to kill that guy. Nope, he went back in the room. Okay. At least they're both in here, though. Oh, this room's kind of a nightmare. For this reason right here.
Thanks for the passcode. 2 more and I'm in. Just 1 more and I'm
Excuse me. Move. If I had more hand grenades, I would have thrown them, but I ran out.
As in traditional Resident Evil playthroughs.
Right? Right. And then now there's one more key. And you might remember, we left that back at the start.
That's fun. Almost too easy.
And the reason we leave that one for the end is we want to kill that guy normally, like without a grenade, because if his body's on the floor, it blocks that door from closing.
Oh.
And so he serves as a doorstop.
So he's a potential problem that you eliminated beforehand.
Yeah. Well, no. So we want him to be there holding the door open for us. If we
He needs to be right there.
yeah. So, and since he has a whole dying animation that we'd have to wait for to pick up the key anyway, we just kill him and run past him, and he does his dying animation on his own time.
No, not on
And
yours.
then,
Yes.
yeah.
Will said door stuck.
What the hell did...
There's so many like quick time and everything's so quick, and there's just a few of these like shorter breaks almost.
Yep. Yeah, not many cutscenes. That's one nice thing about the classics is you have unskippable cutscenes. Except in 3, I suppose.
Yes, that was so hard to watch. Between the door simulator and what you were saying, yes.
Yeah, and in fact in 3, on PC version, you can have the cutscenes available. But it is faster to just completely turn them off, so you don't have to waste any frames skipping them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you don't even have a hope of cutscenes in that game. Right, so here we're going to damage boost ourselves.
Thanks for keeping him busy, fellas. I'll see you around.
I forgot I was supposed to switch to the grenade launcher there, not a second pipe bomb or explosive arrow. Oops. We don't have the grenade launcher there, so we actually do all explosive arrows in New Game. New Game Plus, we can swap between the two to get the shots in faster. There's bugs here. Hopefully they don't pose a problem. Well, they're not even on the screen. But I hear them. Bugs are a problem because when you get caught by them, it's a really long cutscene. Roll. Wow, okay. Ada, Ada, please. Alright, we'll just chill there, I guess.
I'm trying so hard to like not laugh every time, but it's your timing is great.
But yeah. So honestly, it probably would have been faster at that point to just get caught by the searchlight, because it becomes a bit easier to move around there.
Oh, gotcha.
I actually want shotgun here, because these guys are bad news.
Like cockroaches.
So, Chris and his partner are down below, and if you get caught by these spiders, they smash you through the vent. You get caught by Chris, who's chasing you because he thinks you killed his men.
Right, yeah.
Like 6 months ago, when it's actually not Ada, it's a clone. created by the evil mastermind. Hang on. So now,
Alpha team, this is HQ.
now we're into.
Confirmed that Wong was telling the truth.
I probably shouldn't say what we usually call this part of the next sub chapter, but
They're getting ready to fire missiles.
you'll see what it looks like when we get there.
Single one.
It's yeah.
She must have injected herself with a powerful dose.
This game, actually, this whole era of Resident Evil games, really, like from Revelations onward, or maybe even 5 onward, honestly, is kind of Capcom's horny phase, for lack of a better way to describe it. Like 5, 6, and both Revelations games. Like, you saw what Deborah looked like.
Yes.
If you've played Revelations, you've seen some of the outfits in there. You might recall the enemy Rachel. But yeah, it's just full of a bunch of it. Excella from RE5.
Yeah, then 8 with mommy. Yep.
Yeah. That is exactly what I said, Cece. This is supposed to be left-handed aiming. What we call fans. I mean, yeah. Just sometimes they serve the fans more than others. Cool. A giant face chasing us through this Poland, basically. That's what this has always looked like to me.
She's just gotta be exhausted by this point, you know?
So we're gonna try and get a skip here. And we're probably not going to, but we're gonna try it anyway. So we need to blow up those canisters. No? Okay. I figured. So if you shoot early enough and, like, at the right time, you can get one of those explosive bolts through to blow up the nitrogen canisters back there.
Oh, okay.
Without shooting through the face, but mistimed it, so we had to shoot through it, but...
No, it was still quick, though, yeah.
Good enough still.
Awesome. If you're just coming in, yeah, we're at the end of chapter 4 with deserteagle417. I'm just filling the silence, and he's taking us through a show running of Resident Evil 6 for Save the Children and our annual fundraiser for through Speed Doxathon 2023.
Let's move while we can.
Alright. So here, this is one of the most frustrating parts of an Ada run to me, because when you play as Leon or Helena, you can just immediately run to the next part, just right over there. You don't have to kill anything, but you might remember earlier I said that the AI wants to fight everything, so we have to sit here and kill everything, otherwise Leon will. Right. And Leon's using a handgun instead of the big old magnum that he has, because logic or something.
That's what you said, he just takes too long.
Huh. It's getting a little crowded up here. Somebody ought to tell
bosses were tired.
Now just blow up some helicopters.
The usual.
Yep. And the best part of the beginning of Chapter 5 is just resign yourself to having maximum DA. It does not matter if you came into this with 0 DA or not. You are maxing out by the end of this helicopter sequence. So just accept it. The first one's coming in from up here. Second one. Day now. There we go. Alright, then we got the big boy helicopter. So Chapter 5 is kind of essentially just a giant boss rush, really.
Wouldn't mind one of those for myself.
So what we're gonna do is let him come over here, and then unload rockets. And that's that. And now we have the Simmons boss fight. This is the guy that I kept calling the mastermind behind all this. That's him right there. And he's the one who created the Ada clone. He's the one who did the experiment on Deborah. Hit the barrel. Didn't hit the barrel in time, so we have to do this the old-fashioned way. Just burst his back open. We give one rocket there.
Can't say that he Jurassic Parked himself. That's it.
He sure did.
Accurate.
So this is Dino Crisis 4. So here we just need to shoot him a little bit to advance the phase. There we go.
Hell happened.
And this part is also an auto-scroller, really. We can't damage him here. It's a set path that everything happens on. We just have to make sure we do shoot him here and there. Otherwise, he will kill them, Leon and Helena, in the Jeep down there. So just make sure you do some damage. I don't exactly know how little you can get away with, but... So I just shoot him the whole time. Not like we're doing anything else anyway.
Right, yeah. It's still almost a break in itself, huh?
Yep. You have to hold a button. But
for you, that's nothing, yeah.
As far as this game goes, that's about the only break you're gonna get.
Right.
I would love for Dino Crisis 4 to actually come out. I may be in the minority on this, but aside from just like some annoying oh, hit the barrel, please. Aside from some annoying platforming elements, I had fun playing Dino Crisis 3. The story's memes, of course, but I mean, so is Resident Evil's story a lot of the time, to be honest.
Yes, at this point, yeah.
And it gets, you know, particularly obtuse here in RE6 with all the Michael Bay nonsense going on. But there we go. That's that. That was not the final boss.
You and Carla have left a lot of
Yeah, pretty much. Not paying much attention to the story, and again, some of the like platforming mechanics are a little annoying because the camera changes are pretty terrible sometimes. Yeah, so here we just need to kill all these zombies. there another one? Is he just not dead yet? Okay. Oh, there is another one. They were pretending to not be a zombie. Why are you over there? He's normally more to the left. That was really weird. Because normally you can basically just hold the zoom in for aiming and shoot button and blow him up immediately.
I'd like to do more.
And then you just kill some dudes on the right with a missile and that's that. But apparently not today. These guys suck. They take forever to die because they're wearing body armor. So we feed them some missiles instead. So there, you have a missile. You get a missile. You get a missile. Anyone else? Why did that missile not kill anything? Okay, so today's the day of, well, it's a marathon run, so nothing's gonna function the way it normally does.
Right, you said something weird has happened twice now, so it's just a good time, you know?
Yep. Right. So now onward to the final boss. And we have max DA, and we want it to not be max. So
Theft of my identity.
we get to blow ourselves up a few times. With I need skill set 4 for this. I don't want to one-shot myself, but I do want to do decent damage. I put 125 estimate when I submitted, just in case memes happen.
Back for more? Alright, let me for punishment.
So I'm not going to damage myself here because we are getting shot by this, and we usually, there it goes. So say we usually lose at least 1 block of health there. Right. And here, we can't kill him here. We can't even really damage him, so we're... Thanks, buddy. So because he knocked us down, we had... Oh, crap. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, well, game overing is also a good way to lower your DA. That did a little more damage than I thought it was going to.
Perfect.
I think it's fine. I heard a disconnected Discord and was like, uh-oh, is that,
Alright, let me for punishment.
Come on. Thank you. Actually, let's just full health this.
We're destined to be together.
So, fun fact, I actually turned off streamer mode for this because I was sitting in the channel waiting and I wasn't at my desk. So I turned it off so I could hear when it was time to get set up. Yeah. Alright, we're on 0 DA, so we're actually going to switch to the shotgun for the rest of this. By the way, fun fact, we're at 80 DA because reasons. I didn't kill anything. Didn't do anything, but... Thank you. I was waiting for that. Right, now we actually fight him.
You're disgusting.
He's gonna do a stabby attack.
I'm not your little doll, Simmons. In fact, the only thing I have in common with her is hatred for you.
So, what I was doing there was rapidly swapping side to side. And what that does is it's a recoil cancel. We can do it both with switching weapons back and forth, or with shoulder swapping like that, which is the method I generally prefer. We should be... Yep, that's that. Let's lower our DA one more time. So this is a defend Leon and Helena part, but we don't need to defend them quite yet, so... Okay. There we go. So pretty soon Simmons is going to show up on this wall. There he is. Hello? Thank you. Sir did not want to take damage there. Also, some funny things happen if you're left-handed here. As soon as the cutscene plays, which should be happening shortly, because they're pretty much up top. Come on. There you go. Alright. So we're gonna get knocked out. And Leon's gonna come White Knight for Ada, as always.
Elena, cover me.
Leon!
And if we're left-handed...
Can you hear me?
Don't
let it end like this.
This happens. Her face is just facing that way. For reasons.
Oh.
If you're right-handed, which is the default for all the primary characters, her head is facing the other way.
Come on, wake up.
And I think they fixed it on console so her head's always facing the other way, but...
Gotcha.
You know, for the memes. Alright. And so this is it. This is final phase of the final boss.
Shouldn't sleep on the job.
In case you haven't noticed, Simmons doesn't take rejection well. Nothing worthwhile.
Actually, probably should have shot him a little bit more before punching him. Alright, that's that. Why are you still doing this? Alright, I was trying to skip this laughter, but didn't feel like happening. There it is.
Leon!
Okay. So now we just go stand by Simmons and wait for the final cutscene here. And jazz hands, I guess.
Can't always get what you want, Simmons.
Don't know what else I'm supposed to do there.
Right.
Let's call this closure. You really should.
So, coming up, we're going to be walking down a long hallway, using a computer, going into another door, skipping some credits, and then that'll be time.
So
what we're doing here is
this is what Carla did
Carla,
with experiments,
that's the clone of Ada. She kind of went mad after what Simmons did to her. He made her the clone, and so she was bent on, you know, destroying the world.
I mean,
And this is her lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Another failure. Bring me another subject.
By the way, Carla was the white goo ship monster from Chapter 4.
Oh, with the faces, yes.
Yep.
I've done this so many times, but like slower. It's so different sped run, you know?
And time's coming up very soon. Time. That's that.
Fantastic. Can we get GG's in chat?
The GG's. Hope you enjoyed some RE6 Ada. It's for me, especially New Game Plus, it's the most technical of the runs, the most skips and tricks and stuff to do. But it's definitely not the hardest. That one would probably fall to Jake. But they all have their good and bad points. But Ada's my favorite because it's designed to be solo, so we usually don't have to babysit AI and all that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it.
And I know you were with us last weekend, but can you tell us again where to find you at and all that jazz?
So I'm on Twitch, deserteagle417, as it is on stream there. On YouTube, someone got to the name before me, so I put Dr. deserteagle417. And I forgot I had to make a new Twitter account, so it's actually Deagle417 there. I lied last week.
The Deagle's begun, huh?
Yep. But I think that's pretty much everywhere I am. I'm not really on Twitch much, or not Twitter much anymore. 417, I like 4 and 7, and 1 is in the same column on the numpad.
Very methodical. Yeah. Thanks so much for your time today. Everyone, if you're here, this is Speed Dogs 2023. That was with Desert Eagle 417. Go find him on the X, Twitter, or Twitch. And we'll be right back with the next run coming at you here very shortly. Anything else before we move over at all? That was such a meme run. I loved it.
Yeah, it's a good time. But yeah, if anyone's interested in this, join the RE Speedruns Discord. We're happy to help out and give you any pointers. And a big shout out to, again, Solus Persona for pretty much being the only person to run this game for quite a while, aside from the odd run here or there.
Sure.
Routing and figuring out pretty much everything in the run.
You mentioned them in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. So again, thanks for watching, and thanks for continuing to support.
Thank you for being here for Save the Children and for Speed Dogs-thon 2023. Next up is going to be, we're switching out of Resident Evil, actually. So if you were here for the spooky, we're going straight into Pokemon. We're going to have that coming here in just a few minutes, so hang tight. You made that joke last week too. No, this has been great. Everybody, welcome. If you're hanging out with us, this is Speed Doxathon 2023, weekend 2, day 4, and we've raised $2,567 so far. Some change too if you're on the Tiltify, and if you're on the Tiltify, that means you can see our incentives and polls before we talk about Pokemon, because that's coming. That's coming, right? Have you seen that yet? You should look. We can name the Pokemon. We gotta talk about veggies again. Last weekend we talked about pasta, and fettuccine somehow won, right? This week we're talking about vegetables. What is the worst vegetable? Coming in last is spinach, asparagus close behind, then green beans and lettuce, and Brussels sprouts is winning, finally, and I will not riot if that continues. I agree.